we're now finished installing the Christmas lights on Wasteland Gammons. Take a look. Right, it's Thursday. I thought I'll come and have a look in the building, see if there's been any major changes. It's getting a little bit dark, so I've got my phone with a torch on it. Go and have a look. I'll just got to turn the camera around. Hopefully you can see. So we'll go round. These are the new stairs they put in last week, so we might as well use these. They haven't took the other stairs out yet. I think there's just a lot going on still with the plaster on this section, that they're trying to get this done before they remove anything else. So in the loft they've put all the insulation in, if you can see from there. Go through into this room. They've got the insulation on the end wall. That'll just need plasterboard in. They've already plasterboarded the ceiling. We go through here. Again, they've plasterboarded the end wall now, and that'll have insulation behind that. Nothing else has really changed just there. So if we go through to the other office, so this one, can't remember if it was boarded or not now on the ceiling, but it's boarded on the ceiling anyway. And they've got the battens up, ready for the insulation on the external wall there. If we go through to the other office, let's see if anything is happening. So they've made a hole for the other loft hatch. I think they did that last week actually. And it looks like they've started taking the old plaster off this wall. They've already repointed that bit. Took the plaster off here, for that to be rebattened, insulated and plasterboarded. So that's how it's getting on so far this week. A few weeks ago you may remember that we installed a cable under the ground into this building. Now it's nearly finished. It's going to be an outside office, and I said this is the cable just there in the corner. So Cat 6 cable run under the ground, and we've just got to terminate it, and then we're going to put it into a switch, then into a Wi-Fi access point. So that's what we're going to do now. I was just going to show you. This is the plate we're going to use. So it's just a Cat 5 or Cat 6 module just there. Then going to go into this switch. So one cable goes into there, which gives 4 more sockets. So one of them sockets will go into our PoE injector, which will then go in to our Wi-Fi access point. So when they come out here, this is what they'll be connecting to. But because it's still got 3 sockets left, they can hardwire their laptops or any devices directly into that, just like you're plugging it directly into the router. So it's not using the Wi-Fi, which frees up Wi-Fi space for the phones or the iPads. So I'm just going to put the camera down now and do the connections. Right, now the socket is connected, just there we can start putting the bits and pieces together. So I'll start with one of my patch cables, so just an RJ45 plug to RJ45 plug, and then that's going to go into the switch. Let's put it back down over there. Now annoyingly, when they did it, they didn't put an electric socket here, which they should have done. It's actually behind me over here, but I've just said the consumer unit is up there. While it's like this, it'll be really easy for the electrician to still open it up and put another socket there. So that's what they're going to do when the electrician comes back, hopefully. If not, it just needs a cable trailing to the electric socket, and it's just not ideal. So they'll soon put in one there. It'll be nice and easy. Right, so we plug that into there. That just lifts up, puts in position. So then, it doesn't matter what socket it goes into on the switch, on this one anyway. Some switches you do have to put it in the uplink. This one, it's fine, just an unmanaged switch. We then have another cable which goes into our PoE injector. I think I'm missing a cable, because I need another cable then to go into the Unify access point. So I'll just run to the van if I haven't got a spare one in that bag. That goes into there. You've got two sockets on here. One will say LAN, so local area network, which is what we're going to connect this into, and then the other one says PoE, which is power over Ethernet. So basically that will then power the access point. So I'm just going to nip to the van and get another cable. Right, just been to the van. I didn't have another short cable on, so I've got 5 metre one. And instead of bringing an extension lead back to here, I'm actually going to do it the other way around. So we're going to have the cable from the wall. I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to use that one to go into here. Get it in. Like that. Now this could have gone on the ceiling if they wanted. He didn't want it on the ceiling, it's just going to sit it. Well, we're either going to put it on the wall, or it'll just be sitting behind the desk. So put that cover back on there, and then we'll plug this one into the wall. Like that. Plug the other end into the switch, and then we'll move everything to the other side of the room. So we can actually plug the cables in. So I've just moved that over there. It's only over there. Drag this along. Little shot. Can you see the socket? Just about. Move that over. So I'm just testing this today. And then when we come back, once the desks and everything are in, we'll get this really neat, cable tied up, and it will look good. At the minute, it just looks really messy, and I won't leave it like this. So we're just doing that as a test. So that's all plugged in there. Right, so just go through that again, just so you know exactly what we've done. We've put the cable into the router, the other side. Well, I've just got to go connect it in a second. Then that goes into the wall plate into your switch into the injector, and then that will power the access point. You can see, you probably can't, but it is actually lighting up, it's flashing at the minute. It won't find the signal because I haven't plugged it in the other end. I always like to do this connection first, then I'll plug it into the router. So I'll go and do that now. Okay, right, I've just plugged that into the router, and I've come back. We now have a blue light on the access point, which means it should be working. But the only way to check it is to get my phone out, or one of the ways of checking it is to get the phone out and go into my settings, go into connections, go into Wi-Fi, check what Wi-Fi is around, and I've already labelled it. I did all that at the shop, so I can access these from the shop. I can change the username, I can change the password to whatever you want. You've got to remember what password I put it on now. I think it was this. And there we go, that is now connected. And what I also like to do, I've got an app on here, signal tester, so I'll just test the Wi-Fi signal. So I'm just going to go into that, if I can find it. Got so many apps on here now. So speed test. So I click on that, it comes out like this. If I just click go, then we can see just how good the signal is. So let that go around. Can't actually see it from here. I'm trying to look through the little screen on the camera, but it's looking pretty good. I can see the bar going round. So I'll do the download speed, and then do the upload speed. So where are we? The download is 41.6, so pretty good speed. And then the upload is always much lower. But it looks like we're around 11.3. So that means we've got perfect signal out here for Wi-Fi. If you need any Wi-Fi sorted out in your home, give us a call. Right, it's Saturday, we're just about to head off to the Christmas lights. It's 4:30, we'll head off about 5 o'clock for the Christmas lights switch on in Ramsey. Now last year, I don't know if you remember, we did a little video of the ram and the bull fighting and made it kind of like a Christmas story. Now this year, the bull is back. So you'll see me, if you're going to the switch on, a little bit later on,
Right, there's something else that's happening tonight. When the lights go on, which will be any minute now, because we'll have a countdown, it's the St Thomas of Becket Church bell ringers. Because we can't have the fireworks flying everywhere, the church will be ringing their bells tonight in celebration. And I think they're doing a special quarter peal because of this special event tonight. Right, so, now then, are we ready, Mr. Mayor? Have we got the button? I'm going to count now. Will you please help me to count from 10? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch on!
Sunday morning, I've got Tula with me. Let's go and see what changes have happened since the other day. Spin the camera around. So we're walking in the fire exit because they've boarded up, well, there's a board leaned up against the other wall, the other door, sorry. So if we go through, watch the cables. We go through to where the kitchen and toilet's going to be. They've started putting the stud work up to separate the toilet and the kitchen. Then if we go through upstairs, so if we go through to the upstairs toilet and kitchen, you can see we've got the stud work, the toilet bit there as well. So the only other thing that I can see that has changed, we go through to my room. So in this room, we now got 3 walls that have actually been plastered. And it's drying out nicely. Just there. Right, everything seems to be going quite well with the build at the minute. Next week we're going to try and clear out one of our old garages. It's basically been used as a storage, a dumping ground for years, and we've got to get rid of a lot of stuff because that's all being flattened early in the new year. But please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.